the Koalition. Thank you so much for speaking to me, both of you. What I love about this series, it's international, basically. So my question for both of you is, what were the most surprising similarities, either within the car culture or outside, that you seem to notice?
The thing that I seem to notice was passion and love. You know, like going to Japan and seeing the passion for lowriders, understanding the passion for lowriders in California. It was almost like we was in the same place with a different background, with a different scenery. And so the world is smaller than we think, you know. And I love that the love for cars and the love for, you know, building something with your family or building something with your community was shared throughout this whole entire journey. Everywhere we went, people had a passion. And the thing that we wanted to do in the show was take that passion of two clubs and bring them together to where they can share the passion with each other, because then they can learn something from each other and then keep expanding the passion in the community.
Mhm.
So that was a big plus for us.
Is it the same for you, Nazir?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I just I love that when we did introduce these creative geniuses to each other, they just bounced off each other like and made new neural pathways for that creativity. And when you introduce these car cultures, right, and we fuse them, and that it makes a whole different blend. It makes a whole different pot that they could just start building from. So I just thought that was really intriguing.
Now, I wanted to know from both of you the decision behind highlighting all of these different versions of a car. We have ATVs, regular standard cars. We also have one where it opened up with like a Hot Wheels car he was driving. Also the monster truck. So, what was it that you wanted to highlight, and why those cars specifically?
Mm.
Um, well, the monster trucks, because you know when you think of monster trucks, you don't think of our community. Um, and you have the first black monster truck driver, name is Bari, and he is leading the charge in Monster Jam. And so we wanted to highlight, you know, a person like him that never even knew that represented us, that also represent the diversity now. Well, Monster Jam has always had diversity, but more diversity in Monster Jam. And just something that you wouldn't see every day. It's like you see the trucks jumping, but it's like, wow, like this guy, you know, looks like us and he has that passion. And I thought that was important for people to see as well, that they can do it as well.
Yeah, like going into depth about the vehicle, but who was behind the vehicle was especially important to us in this show. And these everyone we met was so graceful and so just truly invested into their craft and how that was building their character, their soul, and how that drove them. So you're gonna see a lot of that on Drive.
I love the title of the show. Was it intended to have that double meaning?
Yes, yes, absolutely. It was intentional, the drive and the drive from your heart.
Wonderful. And both of you, I wanted to know what was the one thing that you learned from the car culture that you're going to now apply on your own collection?
Mm.
I'm gonna go patience and discipline, you know, because like the guys in Japan, like, you know, they took 10 years building one single car. And then, you know, back here 10 years, you know, you're thinking about having many 50 cars, right? So the pace is different, but also the quality is different. You know, like when I look at the quality of how these guys were painting their cars, you could eat dinner off of their engines, you know, but that took patience and that took discipline. So that was amazing to learn.
I think mine would be um, the power of working in numbers. And when in Drive, you see the power of community, you see the power of
That's strong.
having a village behind you, and we're stronger in numbers. Prayer is stronger in numbers. Uh, and that being said, I think I definitely saw the importance of having that behind you and having that unity. And I think that that could be applied in every field.
Was there a particular car that you wanted to add to your own collection?
Well, I added one or two,
Yeah, I like to.
but they was from the BBS boys, which is uh, you know, they collect all of the vintage cars from the 80s and the 90s from hip hop. and there was 2 SLs in there that I just had to. It was too good to leave on the show.
Was there a particular decade, just in general, that you really was interested in car-wise, in the manufacturing?
I love the
Either
90s.
one?
I love the
The
90s
90s?
because the cars at that time matched the music, which I think is one of the best eras in hip hop is the 90s. And so to be able to have those cars that one I couldn't afford, two you would only see in videos or passing by in the hood, to actually have those two in 2023 is, they're like art pieces. I never even drove
They're
them.
fresh.
Yeah, I never even like seen it since the show.
Oh no, I took it to Miami.
You took it to Miami.
Well, thank you both for speaking to me. I love this series and how you just highlight all the different things that people of color are just love their passion and drive. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.